Welcome to Realfie videos. In this video, we're going to talk about SQL update, the data load type that is introduced in Realfie Enterprise Edition 4.0. So this particular feature is not available in Essential or the Professional, but it is available in the Enterprise Edition. Okay, so to create a SQL update data load type, go to the data loads view, right click on and select new. So when you come here, it shows you can enter the data load name uh, and choose the step type as SQL update. So when you choose the step type as SQL update, so the destination is going to go away because you just have one source to deal with, and you're going to choose which is a Salesforce connection that you want to work with. So then you're going to enter the SQL update statement here so that you want it to run as part of this SQL update data load. So SQL update is a SQL-like syntax that we have developed that lets you update a Salesforce object without you having to do any of the work of exporting the data, manually manipulating the CSV files, and of course updating them back into the object. So it has a very capable the syntax, and it provides a very flexible approach for it to take care of your update needs, what you have. So if you look at the update statement, you can go to the Realforce, the documentation, the Realfire documentation, and here if you go to Dataloader and here and navigate down into update statement, you can see the syntax of how the update statement looks like. So it starts with a keyword update and object that you want to update, and it has a set of update expressions. So that is a mandatory aspect of the update statement. And anything that you see within a square brackets, that's optional. So you are free to include the scope, the where condition, the order by, the limit, and the offset. So which are same as the clauses available in the SOCL. Okay, so the core part of this update is the update expressions. So where you can specify one or more fields, and you can set them a particular value that you want to update to. So the update value can be a whole bunch of things. It can be a null if you want to nullify a value, or it can be any literal, like in a string or a number or a date or what have you, or it can be a other field in the same record, or it can also be the parent field of its parent record, or it can be a formula. Okay, so with these update values, you can pretty much take care of any of the update needs that you may have in your organization. Let's go and give it a try and see if we can try out some examples. So the simplest one that you can do is, for example, let's say you want to update an object and set the value of a particular field to null. So here we are updating this object and we are setting this particular field to null. So when you save and execute, what happened behind the scenes is we're gonna construct a SOCL query based on this particular update expression, and we're gonna fetch the records executing the SOCL query against this particular Salesforce instance. We're gonna fetch the match records, then update them as the update expressions indicated, and then put those records back into the Salesforce using the API, which was the API that you choose to do. So before you go there, once you enter the SQL statement, you can validate to make sure that hey, it's a valid SQL statement, and you can also see the generated SOCL that tool will execute against Salesforce. So if you have specified any predicate, for example, so that predicate will be passed on to Salesforce to uh, make sure that we fetch only the records that you are trying to update. So then after that you can also check the number of records that would be impacted by this update statement. So just to get the approximate understanding of the records. If you wanted to update just 5 or 10 records, so you get an idea that by mistake you are not updating more or less than that. You can click on that, and that should show whatever the record, because right now we don't have any the records matching this. So if you remove that, it should update all the records available in that object. Okay. So once you have this particular statement, you can go ahead and create and run it. So let's go ahead and run that particular object. So it's completed. Once it's completed, it's going to create status files. You can click on the status file. You will see that all the records, the IDs that are updated, and the status of the update statement as true, indicating it has been updated successfully. Okay. So here, this particular, you can specify more than one field. For example, let's say you want to update, this field, or you want to set integer other field, or if you want to set more field. So you can specify any number of fields like that. And of course, you can also add predicate, the where name, the one that we showed earlier, or you can specify order by, so that it will actually fetch the records in the order that is specified, and because it updates as it fetches, so the order by indicates which records would get updated first. Or you can specify the limit class to specify a particular number of records during the fetch process. Let's say I just want to fetch one record to do that, or if you wanna start from a particular record, you can do that too. Okay, so once you specify this, and let's say you go and see the generated socle, and it shows, it fetches all the different records that you use, and it also shows how many records, because you specified the limit as one, it's going to update one record. Okay, so I'm not going to run this, but you get the idea how to specify an update statement. Okay, so here in the options, there are some options that you can choose. For example, there is an API type. So if you have a lot of records, so if you're updating less than about, let's say, 15 to 20,000 records, I think the batch is more optimal. But if you're updating anything more approximately, then maybe bulk API may be better, because that helps to the fetch the data a lot faster when you have a lot of records. And you have other the options that are applicable for the fetching the records. You can use them as appropriate. Okay. So this is you can go through the update statement here. For example, you can specify the literal value if you want to set to the Boolean literal value, or if you want to set to a particular string, or it's a number field, or if you want to set to a date or date and time field. So you have some examples here that you can try it out. Okay, so you can also set to a field within a same record. For example, let's say you want to set, you want to copy the billing street to be same as a shipping street. So you can go and say update account, set billing street is equals to shipping street, and so that it'll copy that. Or you can also specify the parent field. In this case, for example, we are setting the mailing street within the contact to be same as its accounts, the billing street. So the billing street is if the contact doesn't have any account, or if the account's billing street is empty, then that's what get copied over here as well. So that will nullify it. Okay. Or you can specify the formulas. So yes, update values. For example, we are specifying contact set name is equals to value.trim. So so that takes a value. The value is nothing but the name of that particular the record that we are updating, and we trim that value and we put the value back in. So the formulas are specified using their double quotes, whereas the literal values, if it is a string or a date and time, is specified using the single quote. Okay, so within a formula, all the literal that you specify, like fields and all that, that would be single quote again, but it is demarked using the double quote. So that's what the formula is. So in this case, for example, we increment the discount by 5%. So we take the max discount on an account, then we get it, then we multiply by this, and that's where we are setting the value. Okay. So this is about the SQL update type, and please let us know if you have any questions or if any other features that would be helpful regarding this particular statement type. We hope you enjoy this the feature that will greatly simplify your data manipulation needs, and we'll look forward to hear from you any questions or other feedback. Thank you.